So I just got back from a jog, not a jog, oh my god. I just got back from a really long walk. So I didn't have any time to look decent or put on any makeup, so I'm just barefaced. I did put on sunscreen, and the sunscreen that I'm using currently leaves that really white tint, so I might look a little more pale than normal. So if you guys watched my first video, my previous video, I talked about how I got pregnant on the first try and went over an ovulation test kit, because that's what I used to help me conceive. And I also mentioned this notebook. So this notebook, I'll use it throughout my entire pregnancy, and I have my ovulation test in here, my pregnancy test, and a few of my not a few, but I have my notes in here, and I just want to keep track of it, to just have this documented, and hopefully when I have more than one, or what, hopefully when I have more future kids, hopefully when I have more kids in the future, and I can just look back at this to see like how it was back then compared to the future. So first off, if you're still subscribed to my channel, thank you for staying with me and still subscribing and watching my videos. And then for those, if anyone's pregnant currently, congratulations. It's exciting, it's a mix of emotions. I hope you can stick around to watching my videos. Like I said, I'll be filming a lot more motherhood and baby related videos, so I hope you can just find comfort and support in somehow. I have a few other people who I know that are pretty much we have really close pregnancies, so you know, especially during this time, it really makes me feel comforted and support to just know that there's other women out there and you can speak to them, you can discuss things. So if you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to go over my first trimester. Currently I'm in my second trimester. I'm 18 weeks. One last thing, if you hear like a squeaky noise, it's because I'm sitting on this stool. I do not want to sit on the floor because it's not comfortable right now. So you might hear squeaky noises because I'm sitting on a stool that squeaks. Sorry. Okay, so back to the first trimester. So I found out I was pregnant at 11 days past DPO, if you watch my ovulation video. So on February 13th, 2020, I'm reading my notes here, I went to my doctor to confirm pregnancy. We did the first ultrasound at 5 weeks and 6 days, and I have my picture. Just gonna block out some personal information, but this is the sac, and she is so tiny in there. She no longer looks like this because she is still growing and developing. So first trimester, I'm considering weeks 1 through 13, and I guess the first thing, a lot of people who I've talked to always ask me about if I felt nauseous. So I wasn't very nauseous. I did get nauseous sometimes, but it was tolerable. The main reason why is because I just love food and I always am eating. So throughout my first trimester, I would always be eating in small increments throughout the day, so I wasn't that nauseous. I did get nipple sensitivity. I was always thirsty, and I still am thirsty. I felt bloated. I did have acne breakouts on my chest, back, and face. I did have a near fainting experience, and that was because normally when I wake up, the first thing that I do besides go to the bathroom is I'll eat something. Normally it's like a small meal, not a big meal, and I'll eat right away. But this time I wanted to, when that near fainting experience happened, I just wanted to wake up to cook a breakfast for my husband and I. And although I felt hungry, I was like, no, just suck it up and do it. And while cooking breakfast, I started to feel lightheaded. And then, you know, I don't know if you fainted before. I fainted before. You just get all those symptoms that you're about to faint. So I ran to the room to wake up my husband, to alert that I feel lightheaded. And yeah, I almost fainted. Then as far as nausea, like I said earlier, I wasn't like very sick, but if I did not eat throughout the day, that's when I would start to feel nauseous. And when I do eat throughout the day, it was about 5 to 6 times. And then my sense of smell increased. I hated the smell of dirty dishes. We don't have a dishwasher, so we wash by hand. Everything gets washed by hand. And then so if I had dishes out that needed to be washed, the smell would bother me. Then my microwave, sometimes it leaves a, I don't know if it's just my microwave or that's how microwaves are, but it sometimes has a leftover smell of food, and I could not stand the smell of that. There was a few weeks where I did not want to even step foot in my kitchen because I couldn't stand the smell. And here's another thing that nobody, well, that I've never heard of. I got a yeast infection. I've never gotten a yeast infection before. I wouldn't even have known that I had one because I didn't. When you have a yeast infection, normally you get I keep moving my hair because I have the fan on, so my hair keeps going in my face. But anyways, when you have a yeast infection, you'll get like burning, itchy, and the smell can kind of change down there. I didn't have any type of burning or itching or discomfort. All it was is I noticed that when I did urinate, my it smelled different, you know. So I called my doctor. Nobody told me that you can get yeast infections in pregnancy, because when I saw her, when I saw my doctor, she explained that yeast infections can be common in pregnancies, yada yada yada, but nobody told me that. And the reason why it's such a big deal to get a yeast infection for me is because to treat it, I mean, I don't know if there's another way to treat it, but if you got a yeast infection, you know how you have to use Monistat and like stick things up there? Yeah, I don't like to do that. I was sleepy pretty much my first trimester. I just spent a lot of time on the couch. I didn't have energy to really clean up or do my daily activities. I really just laid down and was a couch potato. And then through week 8 through 13, I noted that I was gassy and I had bowel movement 2 to 3 times a day at one point. And again, I was sleepy. I felt like cramping and pinching in my lower abdomen at times. Now, as far as cravings, food cravings, you know, a lot of people say that you get food cravings during pregnancy, or like you crave for really weird things. Nothing really changed. Like I'd like to say I am a well-rounded eater. I'm not really picky and I eat most foods. So as far as cravings, my cravings change quickly. There's nothing like weird that I like. It's pretty much the same. It just changes all the time, and that's how I am on a normal. And then food aversions. I like eating avocado, but now, ever since my first trimester, I will not eat it because to me, my taste buds, it changed, and avocado tastes not good right now. I mean, if you really want to know the detail, avocado tastes like gullas. your mucus, that's what it tastes like when you got like snot. It tastes like that. So I'm not eating avocado for a really long time. At 10 weeks, I did go for another ultrasound, and I got to see her again. And it's just crazy because I have this ultrasound here. Again, I'm blocking out my information. She is right there, and she's just like a little gummy bear. So I gathered some products that I used throughout my first trimester. Of course, you gotta be taking some type of prenatal. And then these ginger chews. This is my only bag that I bought, and I haven't really used it up yet. But these are good for if you're feeling a little nauseous. You just take one of these, comes in a little packet, and it will temporarily subside that nausea feeling. And this is 100% natural ginger chews. The ingredients, I'm gonna say it on here because I mean you can say that something's natural, but you gotta look at the ingredients. It has cane sugar, ginger, tapioca starch, virgin coconut oil, and natural lemon flavor, and only 3 grams of sugar. And this was less than $5. I think this is good to have just to pop in your bag, or keep it in your purse when you are on the go, and just in case that feeling does come on, you can take one of these. And like I said, it only for me, it only worked temporarily. To have something is better than nothing, right? And then for my breakouts, like I said, I had a period where I just broke out all over my chest, my neck, my face, and my back. I felt like I was a teenager again. So I did go to see my dermatologist, and I explained to him that I am in my first trimester of pregnancy. You know, I'm breaking out. Is there anything that can help my skin? I'm really careful with what products I use. So he did prescribe me a clindamycin phosphate and benzoyl peroxide gel. I actually, you know, this is the tube right here. I really did not use it because I guess I just wanted something on hand just in case it got really bad. I only used it once from the time that he gave it to me, or prescribed it to me. Yeah, so I just got this to have something on hand, but like I said, I wasn't comfortable with using a lot of things, especially for the first trimester. And then for moisturizer, I've always used this. This is a brand new one because I just ran out. This is the Andalou Naturals Night Repair Cream. I just wanted to really be careful of the products that I was putting on my body and just morally go towards natural. And I mean, my face was really dry. Times that I could not stand it, I did apply it, but I didn't apply it routinely or religiously. And then for the sun, like I applied this today, and there are some times where I like to stay outside right on my porch to just get some sun. I was looking for a sunscreen that is good for pregnancy because products have a lot of chemicals. So when I did research, I found the Neutrogena's Sensitive Skin, and it's a 60 SPF, and this was the only sunscreen for pregnancy that I could find in my local CVS store. I wouldn't say it's the best because it leaves a white tint. If this is all that I can currently afford right now, then I'm going to use that. So that was my first trimester, all the products that I used then. And then I do plan on making a second trimester video, a third trimester, and so on. We are planning a virtual baby shower, and I'm thinking about doing a video on that as well. And I also have a few more other videos that I have in mind that I want to get up. If you're still watching to this end of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back in my next video.